with OKRaw.com. I have another exciting episode for you, and this one is going to save you guys some money if you live in the Southern California or Los Angeles area. Where I'm at today is actually at the Los Angeles Wholesale Produce Market, and this is the produce terminal. This is the place where stores, grocery stores, health food stores, and even restaurants come to buy their produce in bulk to save money, and then they jack up the prices and charge you more, and that's how they make a living. You can literally cut out the middleman by coming to the Los Angeles Wholesale Produce Market yourself and buying the produce by the case. Now, they don't split cases. You have to buy things by the case, but the thing is, when you buy by the case, you're gonna save a lot of money. This part of the produce terminal is a new section, and you can sure enough come through this section and buy the stuff, but actually what I like is I like the old terminal, and it's kind of like a more comfy feel with small vendors that are probably more apt to work with you guys, because you know, some of these big vendors, they like to work with the big grocery store and sell cases and cases of stuff at a time. But when you're just buying a case at a time, bring some cash, money talks, BS walks. Anyways, let's go ahead and walk over to the old terminal, actually just down the block. Here at Central and 7th in downtown Los Angeles, or LA, So in the building behind me, it's actually just like the outsides of a building or like a fortress. So you're actually gonna drive into the inside, and then that's where you can be able to park and then walk around to all the different stalls, which we're gonna go and show you guys in a minute. And then you're gonna negotiate with the sellers of the produce. You're gonna have to buy by the case. You can't buy single produce items, you gotta buy by the case, but case prices are very inexpensive. For example, right now, cases of cantaloupes, like 12 pieces, were like $8. And you know, a lot of good deals over there. Most of it's actually non-organic, but you will find a few organic things strewn in. Later in this video, we're actually gonna go to an organic distributor where you can get all organic stuff if that's what you wanna eat. I always encourage you guys to buy organic whenever possible. Anyways, let's head over to this market on the inside, show you guys what it looks like. Next, we're gonna head in the market. You can see we're at Market Court, and actually parking is particularly bad in this market, and you want to get here early. The market is open from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. You gotta get here by 9 because they close up shop early. They've been working all night. This is the best entrance here on Market Court and 7th. You're just gonna come around this entrance here, and as you can see, it's gonna open up, and you're just gonna drive in and find a parking spot like in the center somewhere. And there's a lot of forklifts and all these different things, so whether you're driving in here or walking around, you gotta be very careful. It's the main area of the produce terminal. You can see there's like little stalls, and these are all like individual stores. The number one thing, you wanna bring cash and cash talks, BS walks. You wanna bring cash and just ask the prices, and once again, just like shopping in any store, you're gonna shop around, since there's all these people competing against one another, and find the best produce, and make sure you go through the whole entire box and make sure you're getting good stuff, because sometimes there might be some rotten ones or bad ones on the bottom, and make sure you got good stuff, and you know, get the best deals on the things that you want to buy. So actually, today I'm gonna get some cantaloupes, mamey sapotes, and some red bells, organic. As you may or may not know, one of my favorite foods in the whole wide world is the coconuts, and I found the number one place to buy your coconuts here at the market. It's at Coco Loco. This is the best quality coconuts. They're the growers, exporters, and distributors, so this is your source for the coconuts. So actually, let's show you guys the display of coconuts and share with you guys all the different kinds of coconuts they have here and the differences between them. You can see here in Los Angeles, I'm in coconut heaven. You can see just cases and cases. There must be several hundred coconuts just right here. And the one you want to get is actually this kind right here. This actually is called the coconut tierno. These ones are imported from Mexico, and they have a really thin spoon-like meat in most cases, but not all cases. Now the difference is you could get right here a box of 20 pieces, and that's actually gonna be a better price, and they're a little bit smaller, or you could get a box of like 11 pieces, same kind of tierno, and they're gonna be much larger. So I like to get the small box. At present time, they're in the $20 to $28 range. And you know, so those are the young ones. If you want to get ones that are a little bit more mature, you could go ahead and then get something like these guys here. These are called the coconut or coco sazon. And then these guys are a little bit thicker meat, but the water is still definitely really good to drink. Sometimes they also have the brown coconuts that I'm not seeing here on the display. And I don't necessarily recommend the brown coconuts for the drinking. Those are good if you want to use the meat to make like a coconut milk or something like that. Now, The coconut water is one of the best waters you could drink, better than any bottled water, especially if the bottled water is coming in a plastic bottle. The coconut water is really high in electrolytes and plant cytokines, which in my opinion and my research are actually anti-aging. So I'm definitely picking up a case of coconuts today. So I've been shopping around this market and I already got one of my first items here, and this is what I got. I got some mamey sapote. So if you guys never tasted this fruit, you guys definitely want to try it. This is like called the pumpkin pie fruit. You cut this open and it's as rich and delicious as pumpkin pie, but it's 100% fruit and 100% rich of antioxidants. So next what I want to do is I want to share with you guys some tips about shopping here at the market. So my number one tip is the first thing when you get here, you want to get here early enough, number one. Number two, you're going to do a loop. You're going to go around to every stall and check out what they got, ask for prices of the things that you're interested in. I'm personally only interested in the organics here, and the organic things that they had today were things like organic cherries, approximately $3 a pound if you bought them by the case. They had organic cantaloupes, $7 to $8 depending on the stall you went to for organic cantaloupes by the case. They also had organic red bell peppers, $10 a case, organic. Another thing they had organic were the organic mangoes that I didn't get the price on because they actually didn't look really good at all. And let's talk about not looking good at all. So in the industry here, the worst thing that they have is things that are B grade or things that are ripe or going ripe or overripe. And those are the things that you can save a lot of money on. You could bargain with them and get those for almost next to nothing because they don't want them going bad. But you can take them home and eat them and enjoy them immediately. So that's definitely one good way to save money. So anyways, after you circle around and figure out the places that have the best produce with the best prices, go back to them and buy the stuff that you want to get at the lowest price. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go around to the places and get some of my organic produce, including those coconuts, and then we're headed out to another market that has only organic. So this market, you know, organics is the exception to the rule. It's mostly non-organic, but they will have some organic things depending on the time of year, and the organic things that they have are going to be the lowest prices right now because this is where the influx in the market is, and they're selling probably most of the organic stuff. And it could be organic or non-organic, it doesn't matter because it's always going to be the lowest prices here. So shop at this market first to find the organics that you can because they're going to be the lowest prices, and then go to the next one that has all organic, which you're going to pay a bit more, but they'll have a much wider selection. And now we're at 1400 East Olympic, which is across from the big wholesale produce terminals that you just saw. And this is where if you want to buy organic produce, they have basically all organic, nothing is non-organic. Over at the terminal, actually, they had mostly non-organic and a few things organic, but if you got your organic stuff over there, you're definitely going to save a lot of money. Here, the protocol is you're going to go inside or actually give them a call. Their number is 213-623-0640. You're going to ask them for a price sheet. What you need to do is you're going to have to call in your order a day in advance. Once you get the price sheet, you could actually say, oh, I want to buy this, this, and this, and then you could pick it up the next day between 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. So they have a wide selection of basically all the organic stuff you would buy at, you know, a health food store for actually much less money. In most cases, you will have to buy by the case here, but in some cases they will actually split the cases up, which is cool, which is meaning you guys are getting wholesale prices direct to you by not even buying full cases. You know, why it's better to buy at the wholesale market and find the organics over there is for one very important reason, saving money. You know, the organic cantaloupes here is like 13 bucks, and over there I paid 8 bucks. So that's a significant savings. For example, another thing I got over there was organic pears. They're $17 a box. Over here, they're 43 bucks. So you always want to try to buy your stuff over there and fill in over here with whatever else you can't get over there that you could find organic. I scored a whole bunch of cool stuff at the Los Angeles Wholesale Produce Terminal or Produce Market. And now I'm going to share with you guys what I got, why I bought it, and also some more tips and tricks about shopping at local produce terminals. So let's go ahead and open up the car and show you what I got. As you can see, I got a total of 5 cases of produce. And let's start at the top here. We got a whole case of organic red bell peppers. I don't know if you priced organic bell peppers lately, but normally they're around $5 a pound. This box was a whole box. And definitely a lot in there, probably about 15, 20 pounds because they're hollow. They're not super, you know, heavy. But nonetheless, this box was 10. Now, these ones were seconds, which means there were some bad spots. So we cut out all the bad spots and made some delicious red pepper juice. Next, right here, we got a whole box of Boss pears, 4/5 of a bushel, and this is probably like a 35-pound box. Organic pears, 17 bucks. That's definitely a really good deal here. Now, I don't necessarily like eating pears too much, especially when they're not ripe off the tree. They're just not fully sweet. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these for juicing when I juice greens, to make green juices. Definitely really good. Here on the bottom, you saw that earlier, we got a whole box of the mamey sapote, also called the pumpkin pie fruit. So these guys, definitely so good, really delicious. Behind me here, we got a case of cantaloupes, 9 organic cantaloupes, nice size. That case was $8, so that's less than $1 per cantaloupe. Now, if you go to even a Trader Joe's, which has pretty good prices, they're like $2.50 per cantaloupe, the same exact ones actually. So you're gonna save definitely at least minimum 50% off by buying things wholesale and by the case. Finally, here on the bottom, we got a case of Coco Selecto Tierno, and these guys are the younger Mexican coconuts. You know, almost like jelly meat, not quite as young as the Thai. 20 of these guys for 26 bucks. I mainly go for them for the water, and this time I'll actually probably be dehydrating the meats that are in there. So those are the 5 things that I got here at the wholesale produce market. And as you'll notice, most of the things I got were fruits. And all these produce items are actually going to store fairly well out of the refrigerator because I was traveling in the Los Angeles area. So that's another thing, you know, you don't want to buy too much, especially if it's your first time. You'll see really good prices. Don't go crazy, because if you don't have a place to store the produce, especially things like the seconds, they're going to go bad on you. When your produce goes bad, you're definitely not saving money. So besides shopping at wholesale produce terminals, which is a good place to save money, the best place to save money if you want to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables is by growing your own garden. Growing your own garden by far is the best way, because number one, you're going to save a lot of money. A pack of seeds could be as little as 20 cents at Walmart, which could grow you literally a bushel of zucchini. But the other thing is that the produce you grow in your front yard or your backyard is a lot fresher than the stuff here, especially if you're buying seconds. You know, the fruit and vegetables at their peak of ripeness and right when they're picked have the most nutrition. As something is picked and transported and shipped, the nutrition slowly goes down. So I want to encourage you guys always to eat the highest quality and most vibrant produce whenever possible. Oh, another thing I almost forgot to show you guys. Right here, we got a bag of organic oranges. Now, I probably wouldn't even bother buying oranges at the wholesale produce market. They're actually probably less expensive at the farmer's market, which is another good place to buy your produce. In the Los Angeles area, I always see, you know, 25-pound bags of oranges, and these actually happen to be organic. Organic oranges, 25 pounds, 10 bucks. So yeah, check your local farmer's market. Another excellent way to save money on produce by buying direct from the farmer. And if you buy things by the 25-pound bag or by the case, the farmers will oftentimes negotiate with you better pricing, so you could save some money off their posted prices. So and then also get to know your farmers and go back to them week after week. And if they keep seeing you, then they'll probably also give you low prices because you're one of their better customers. So produce terminals are found outside major cities. If you live, you know, outside a major city, you may be in luck. You want to do a Google search for a wholesale produce terminal, and then you'll find a list of all the different produce terminals in the whole United States. I've been to the ones in the San Francisco Bay Area, Los Angeles, and also the Baltimore area so far. And they all work fairly the same. You know, number one, get there early. Number two, bring cash with you to wheel and deal. All the produce terminals that I've currently visited, they will sell to end users like yourself. You don't need to own a store, you don't need to own a business. Just bring a wad of cash and you gotta buy pretty much by the case. So if you're interested in learning how the other produce terminals work that I visited, please be sure to check my other videos for videos on those specific produce terminals. I hope to visit more produce terminals in the future, make video for you guys. It's really fun, and I enjoy buying a lot of produce that's organic so that I could eat healthy fruit and vegetable based diet whenever I travel. So once again, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time, and remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're the best.